So I have a dirty little secret, but calm down. It's not like that. I pick my nails like all the time, to the point where my fingers are usually always bleeding. And I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty embarrassing. A lot of people will just tell me like the greatest advice ever, which is just stop. And it takes me back and it makes me go, oh my God, wow, I didn't think of that. Like, no Sherlock. Of course, if I wanted to stop, I would. But honestly, this is something that I've been struggling with ever since I was a kid. So stopping is not really that easy. However, I finally found some things that have worked for me, and I'm really excited to share them. So I'm going to break this video into two parts. One where I kind of explain what skin picking is, what causes it, and in the second part, I'm going to be going over all the coping skills that have helped me. Now, I'm not going to say it's perfect system, but I will say I don't really have any active open cuts on my fingers right now, and that is a huge win for me. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Veronica. I'm a licensed therapist. I know, isn't that kind of ironic? Like a therapist has a skin picking issue. So scandalous. But yes, this is something that I do struggle with. And I'm really passionate about sharing my own experience to reduce the stigma, to reduce the shame, and help put some general information out into the world. So yes, I'm going to share this today. Quick disclaimer, this video is strictly educational and it's based on my own personal experiences. It's not a substitute for your own therapy. Skin picking can be a really significant challenge. It can cause distress, infection, scarring, and it can even impact and interfere with a person's day-to-day life. So if that's you, I really encourage you to seek professional support and help with your own therapist in a state or your own local area near you. All right, so what is skin picking? Skin picking, also known as excoriation disorder, is part of a group of conditions that is classified as like body-focused repetitive behaviors. Other behaviors like hair pulling, also known as trichotillomania, is like another one of them that is under that like same kind of family. It's a different behavior because that involves pulling hair versus the other one is like pulling skin, whether that's like on your arms or legs or whatnot, or my situation, hands. So it's kind of existing on a spectrum here. So everyone has picked a pimple at one point in their life. However, when we look at these conditions in of themselves, it's a little bit more complex than that and it happens a lot more frequently. And it exists on a spectrum. Sometimes people will pick for a little bit of a time, and other times people pick all day long, every single day. In my situation, I was picking my fingernails pretty much for 7 hours a day, nonstop, every single day. Didn't matter what time, it was just like constant. The risks of having this type of condition for me is just one, not only did it take up an obscene amount of my time in my day, but it also led to bleeding, scars, a lot of shame, uncomfortable conversations with other people, no less, and it increases the risk of infections because it's an open wound. For me, honestly, in a way, it felt like more of an addiction because it's like this weird experience where I truly do want to stop. And of course, I want to take the advice of other people and just quit it and never do it again, but like, I can't. And it's not like other habits where you can just remove the temptation because my hands are with me everywhere. So it's a challenge. Common triggers would be like anxiety, stress, boredom. For some people, it's like looking in a mirror. For me, it was like I noticed this like really rough, dry, leathery spot on my fingers, and I just wanted to correct it in my mind. It was like, okay, I need to fix it. So that was like a trigger for me. So why does this happen? Honestly, there isn't one singular cause that psychologists and studies have been able to pin down right now. There are some factors. Some people like suspect that it's genetic or it's a home environment. In my home environment, my dad also did pick his nails a lot. He would do it all the time too. So I always wondered if that was like part of like my conditioning. Some of the other factors, like I mentioned, genetics, emotional regulation. Sometimes people do it when they're stressed. If you have ADHD, then sometimes that increases the likeliness you may engage in this type of behavior. Neurodivergent things, if you're on the spectrum. OCD is another challenge because it's once again that repetitive over and over type of behavior. Stress, and honestly, this is a loop. So for me, in my case, I have ADHD, so most of the time my brain is on autopilot and I don't even know that I'm doing the behavior itself. And it would only be when I noticed that there was extreme pain or I was bleeding or someone would tell me to stop that I would recognize that I'm even engaging in the behavior. So it's like, how do you stop something that you don't even realize that you're doing? Like, logically, you want to stop, but then again, here we are. It's a vicious cycle. So I'm going to talk through my experience a little bit. So I would just kind of be sitting there a lot of times and I would feel like a bump. And then I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go and fix that and make it smooth. And then before you know it, I'm picking. And the more I picked, the more it would kind of peel back. And before I knew it, I like peeled back, like literally like my whole fingers basically. And then I would be like, oh man, I'm bleeding. I should probably not do that. Just about done. Let me finish up. And then I would feel really guilty about it. And then other people would point it out. And then like my anxiety would go up. And then it would like be like right back into the habit loop again. And over and over and over, I went for years until recently. And so the more I picked, the more I reinforced the pattern. And the more the behavior itself was about like maintaining the problem. It is the cycle of like, you get the urge, you get the relief from picking, you regret picking, and then you repeat the behavior, and round we go. And the hard part, it is really hard to stop because it feels rewarding. It feels like, oh, now it's smooth and now it's okay. So your brain gets a temporary hit of like, relief. And then the long-term consequences are there, but it doesn't feel as bad as like the need to do it in the moment. So then you're just stuck. Another thing that keeps people stuck is the shame. So people will oftentimes hide because you know that you shouldn't be doing it and you know that it kind of looks gross and it turns other people away. For me, my dad could get away with it because he was a guy and he worked with his hands, but like when I went and did it, it was like not as acceptable because ladies are supposed to have dainty fingers or whatever and pretty nails, and I just could never fit into that category. So while everyone has pretty nails in school, I was just like like violins going off, bloody fingers, nails, like coming out of a horror movie, about to crawl out of a TV screen. You get the gist. And I would lose just hours, to be honest with you. Like, my homework assignments always had, like, blood on it because, like, I would be like, all right, let me write now, and it would just leave, like, a streak, which is pretty, like, disgusting because the teacher didn't like it. So if any of this sounds familiar or relatable, I just want you to know that there is hope. I'm going to be making a part 2 of this video series where I'm going to be going over the strategies, tips, and systems that I put into place that have allowed me to go the longest that I have ever gone without all of the open wounds that I usually have on my hands. And please remember that this isn't just a one-size-fits-all approach system. Everybody's different, but these are all the things that help me even as a therapist that struggles with this. Also, if you know someone that has a hard time with picking or could benefit from learning more about it, please share this with them. I'd also love to hear from you. So if this video made you feel more seen, drop a comment below. You don't have to share your whole story or anything like that, but even a me too or a thumbs up can help other people know that they're not alone. I'm going to link the next video somewhere on the screen and also below in the description so that it's easier for you to click and bounce over to there. So once again, thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoy learning about psychology, relationships, and all the life lessons that many of us learn the hard way, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. And also feel free to follow me on any of my other socials as well. Anyway, thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!